So compared to the thousands and thousands of other League of Legends 5v5 teams who are currently below you in the 5v5 bracket, what really sets you guys apart? Now, is it just your general knowledge of the game? Is it just experience and practice and just playing with the team you can really communicate with? Obviously, success comes from a combination of all of these things, but I guess what I'm asking is, what is the determining factor that has really led to your success? What sets you guys apart?
I would say being open-minded from other things, because this game currently very close-minded about stuff.
Hmm.
Like they run standard stuff, standard runes.
Yeah, our team's very open-minded. Like before you came in this channel, we're actually arguing. We actually do that a lot. We just like to talk about a lot of different things and what we can do and like how
A lot
to
of theory
try different
crafting.
stuff. Yeah, just theory crafting pretty much, which usually turns into a heated argument between me and Link. But yeah, that's what we do.
What are some of the new ideas that you guys are trying to experiment with, or like, maybe something crazy like an AP Pantheon, or something wild like a really big AoE team composition? Like, are you guys trying to innovate and do something that isn't really expected? Because as risky as that is, does it give you the advantage in some games?
Well, I can say that we do have something in the works, but I don't want to reveal it to the public until we
Understandable.
use it in a big match. We do have the comp we're kind of known for, I guess, is kind of unique. Like our 5 AoE comp, we have like Sejuani, basically based around Sejuani and Graves, and I guess Mumu now since he got buffed. So Sejuani, Graves, Wukong, and mid with good AP. Like they pretty much all have good AP, so any mid. And the idea is Sejuani just hits an ult on like 2 or 3 people, and then everyone else presses R, and those 2 or 3 people die, and that's 5v3, and you win.
Throw Karthus in there somewhere, maybe.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
surprised to hear Sejuani though, because I've heard a lot of just heat coming from that champion and her not being just able to compete at that competitive level. But obviously that means nothing in the hands of top tier players. So do
Well,
you guys use her in the higher level games?
we have used her. We recognize that she's obviously a little bit less powerful than a lot of other junglers, like Dr. Mundo, for instance. But she does have her like this is basically what theory crafting gets us. We realize that almost all the champions have their niche, and Sejuani does have a niche, and it's with that AoE team comp. So we pick it sometimes.
So even when playing with some weaker tier champions like that, when technically you have an on paper disadvantage if you're not picking the mathematically stronger champion, does this mean that you're going to need to make certain team composition specific plays, or is it something else? Like, what's the way you win games even when you may start off with some champions that may not be as strong as other champions on the enemy team? But how do you win games like that then? Like, what does it come down to when you have a team composition that requires a very specific niche type style of play?
The way we win is usually it usually doesn't have anything to do with team comp. I think we're just really good at like breaking lane phase and knowing when we should group up and when we're powerful enough to contest their buffs and dragon and stuff like that. And usually when you get a lead like that, you can take advantage of it. Well, if you're good enough as a team, so I think we're pretty good at communicating and knowing how strong we are and when we can group and do stuff, and that's a lot of things, or that's one of the things that a lot of teams can't do. A lot of teams just try to sit in lane and farm forever, but you're not always supposed to do that.
I imagine the sitting in lane and farming type of strategy is getting a little bit harder now that they've patched the game a little bit, made it a little different, tweaked the way that champions gain experience and gold when killing a higher level champion. So a jungler or support, for instance, can catch up in levels by that mid to early game. So with new patches like this coming out, have you noticed any difference in gameplay, and has it affected any of your strategies or the way you guys control games?
It takes a while for like it is a change in that direction, but it's such a smallish change. Like it's hard to tell. Let's say one team was winning and then the other team gets an ace, like, and they win. Was it because of the patch, or were they already gonna win because they just got an ace? You know, it's hard to say.
I see. How about the Season 2 championships? Are you guys excited about those? Are we going to see you there?
Yeah, our goals are definitely to be there at everything, especially season 2 championships. We kind of right after we see a team like right after IPL 4. Or not IPL 4, not IPL 4. IEM Kiev. That's right after IEM Kiev. We started basically being a team.
No, it's Hanover, not Kiev.
Oh, was it Hanover? Okay. Basically, it was right after a major tournament, so basically it was too late to. It was like too late to sign up for qualifiers for the next round of major tournaments, so we missed out on a lot of those, and are gonna try to make up for lost time.
And it definitely seems like you guys are doing just that. Sitting at number 6 right now on the North American ladder for ranked 5v5s, which is incredible, and I congratulate you all. But what about the other 100,000 people who are below you, the mid-range or the low-range ELOS players? What kind of tips or strategy could you give to the average player to try and help them raise their ELO, or to help them just overall get better at League of Legends?
Stop raging. Just stop raging.
That's a really good bit of advice right there. Stop raging. Yeah, if you die, it's your jungler's fault, no matter what.
Yeah, that's a problem a lot of lower elo players have, at least when I'm on a Smurf or something. When anything bad happens, they start the rage, and that really just lowers the morale of your team. And if you can't accept and figure out like the mistakes that you made, you can't correct it, so you can't get better. So that's pretty much what it is.
That makes absolute sense, and I beg and implore the League of Legends community to heed that advice, because the League of Legends community shaping up and being pleasant would be a happy day for mostly everybody. But I think that should cover everything, and I want to thank you guys for taking this time out of your busy schedules and scrimmages and practices to give some information about Orbit Gaming and yourselves. And I wish you guys best of luck in the upcoming tournaments. Hope to see you guys winning some more. And hopefully we see you take on the Season 2 championships in October.
Alright, thanks.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.